Today, we're going where no one has ever gone before.
Space?
No, a journey there would be relatively easy compared to a journey to the center of the Earth. And what better place to start this journey than at the iconic Snæfellsjökull in Iceland?
A wonderful, beautiful glacier-capped volcano, made famous by Jules Verne's classic novel, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Earth, Earth, Earth.
I wish there was echo in this room.
We can add it in post-production.
That novel tells the story about people who are on a scientific mission that go into the center of the Earth, see ice caverns and dinosaurs and oceans filled with monsters and giant mushrooms and giant crystals.
But is any of that even remotely possible? Let's go find out.
I'm gonna go find out.
Ding. No, you have to stay here. No, you have to stay here. We have to finish recording. You can't literally go.
First, let's talk about Snæfellsjökull. In Verne's book, scientific adventurers find the entrance of a series of underground tunnels leading to the Earth's core.
Now, visiting this spot, you can see why Verne chose it. Snæfellsjökull dominates the Snæfellsnes Peninsula in western Iceland, and local legends even suggest it has magical properties.
Except there's no evidence that Verne even visited Iceland, so maybe he just thought it sounded cool.
And it is cool. This stratovolcano, while considered active, hasn't erupted for around 1,800 years. But don't underestimate this sleeping giant, because that eruption was likely significant. Snæfellsjökull is a subglacial volcano. Its name actually means glacier of the snowy mountain. And these kind of volcanoes are very special and very dangerous. So we made you a whole video just to tell you all about them.
Longest video plug on all of YouTube.
It's a good video.
Can you imagine starting a journey to the Earth's core from here? Pretty wild, right?
But can we, like Professor Otto Lindenbrock, travel to the center of the Earth?
Here at Snæfellsjökull, your efforts would quickly be thwarted by the glacier.
The glacier. But what if we could drill our own hole to the center, like they do in the movie The Core? Let's review the science.
The Earth is made up of several layers: the crust, mantle, outer core, and inner core.
Now, the crust is the outermost layer, where we and all the other known creatures live.
It's kind of like a pie.
I think it's more like a cake.
No, it's like a pie. More like a pie. You want to know why? Because, like, the mantle, core, and inner core, and outer core are all gooey.
Interesting.
And good pies have gooey centers.
All right, tell us in the comments. Pie or cake as the analogy for the Earth's core?
Yeah.
I'm going to need to try some of both, probably to really assess.
Beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends down to about 2,900 kilometers.
And below that is the outer core, composed of liquid iron and nickel. And then finally, the inner core, which is a solid sphere of iron and nickel, about 1,220 kilometers in radius. Taken all together, that's a trip of 6,378 kilometers, or roughly 4,000 miles from the equator to the core.
Pack snack. It's going to be a long ride.
But it's not the distance that's really the biggest challenge here. Let's review some of the obstacles you might encounter on your journey to the center.
First, there's the temperature. As you go deeper, it gets hot. Really hot.
Let's start with the outermost layer. As you travel down to the boundary between the crust and the mantle, you may reach temperatures as high as 600 degrees Celsius.
So already pretty toasty, and we've barely left the top layer.
Now, if you somehow survive this and keep going, temperatures continue to climb as you reach the next boundary between the mantle and the outer core to around 2,700 degrees Celsius. Now, finally, at the boundary between the inner core and the outer core, things really heat up. You'll experience temperatures as hot as the surface of the sun, as the temperature doubles to around 6,000 degrees Celsius.
Oh, except you and almost anything you send down to the core will be vaporized into gas at that temperature.
It's gas. Oh, so now you're probably wondering, well, why doesn't all that iron and nickel in the core just vaporize, huh? Well, that's because the pressure also increases as you go down into the core. And the pressure in the Earth's core is about 3,000 times greater than that of our deepest ocean. And this pressure helps keep the iron at the core either liquid or solid.
Or so we think. We've never been there, so all our measurements are indirect. And there's no current technology that can survive the trip, so...
Yeah. So even if we were able to find some magical unobtainium material that could survive a trip in some sort of probe that we build, there's the little issue of having to drill through thousands of kilometers of solid rock. Yeah, The deepest we've ever drilled is the Kola Super Deep borehole in Russia, and that only reached a depth of about 12 kilometers.
It took the Soviets about 20 years to drill, and has been honestly described as the hole to hell by locals. But still, that's only about a third of the way through the crust, let alone the core.
So we're not going to the core anytime soon, people.
But we're imaginative folks, so let's entertain the idea for a moment. If we could somehow make this journey, what would we find?
Apart from the intense heat and pressure, we might discover incredible, fantastic, surprising geological formations, vast underground rivers of molten rock, and maybe even some forms of life previously unknown to us that can survive these extreme conditions. It would be like exploring an alien world right beneath our feet.
It's like King Kong?
No, there is no King Kong.
Yeah, there should be a King Kong.
No, there is no hollow earth filled with kaiju, but we may find extremophiles living in places we just never expected. For example, research at the Mariana Trench has found evidence of microbes living 9 miles beneath the surface of the ocean and another 300 feet beneath the ocean floor.
There's also research to suggest that the center of the Earth may be made of crystalline structures, more like giant quartz crystals featured in some science fiction tale.
In Verne's story, the adventurers encounter prehistoric creatures and vast underground seas and other fantastical elements. And while this is pure fiction, stories like these inspire our imagination and help us explore the unknown.
I'm inspiring your imagination.
Oh, inspiring my imagination. Awesome. Please keep at it.
Places like Snæfellsjökull remind us of the wonder and mystery of our planet.
And that sense of wonder and mystery is totally what keeps us adventuring. And if it also inspires you, give us a thumbs up down below and stay tuned for where we may end up next.
Who knows what secret the Earth holds beneath its surface? Maybe Godzilla?
No, there's still no nuclear fire-breathing lizard.
No, it's not fire breathing. It's atomic breath.
Okay, atomic breath.